Feel me? Like you could, so you got
No questions asked. You would have to.
You have to train through everything. You know what I mean? Like nothing stops anything. So, but we don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We bitching, but we doing it.
Yeah.
So we used to catch these fucking locusts and tie fucking little strings around these fucking legs, and we be flying these fucking locusts.
Oh, I got you. Didn't I missed it? My bad.
Nah, you got chocolate look like.
Oh, word. My bad.
I was waiting for it.
I thought it was just a test run.
Nah, we live.
Test run.
We balancing.
It's the balance,
It's
man.
the balance, man.
Balance,
And
man.
we back with another one.
You already know.
For sure.
Smoky in here, man, but you know we gonna work through it. We at war, so we gotta go
You know what
fight
I mean?
through everything, huh, Mister?
That's right. You don't stop.
Smoking everything, no matter what, man.
You stop, you die.
We gotta check
Exactly.
the balance.
Can't
We
stop.
push forward. Movement is life.
Yeah.
Man, it's definitely life.
Gotta check the balance, man.
We conquer and we overcome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually make
Right.
It was
man.
good with it.
Oh man, just glad to be back, man. Again,
Definitely back.
another episode.
Definitely
Yeah.
glad to be back. Yeah.
Life is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
And life is definitely lifing. Definitely has a way of kicking your ass and saying what you're gonna do now.
But what
But-
they say what don't kill you only make you stronger. You know what I mean?
That too.
So shake that shit off. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
it, man.
that's what they said.
So look.
What they say.
So what was y'all week like? I mean, I started off. I've been it was just like constant work. Y'all already know. You know what I mean? Trying to put all this together.
Yeah.
But that's really about it, bro. Like I've been locked in, laser focused. So like that's my last week has been waking and going to bed with this. You know what I
Trust
mean?
me, it is definitely paying off, and we appreciate it. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jers.
My daughter prom was Friday, man. And
Okay, nice.
and she went to the prom and it was beautiful and all.
All right.
And but I was just thinking in my head like I actually raised another human being from birth to the prom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
crazy.
That's no small endeavor. I can't keep a phone a year without cracking the screen. You know what I mean? So I was responsible for them every meal she's ever eaten in her life. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just the fact, and I know it's not over, but
Yeah.
to me it's a big milestone to get her from that day in the hospital when I watched them cut her mother in half to give us cesarean and shit, up to Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Great. When you sit back and look at it,
Yeah.
like from that perspective, it's like
Yeah,
like,
you
wow.
think back, like the first day.
That's an accomplishment.
Day of school, and the fact that I was there like every dance recital. You know what I mean? Every
The
award.
fact that you were there is huge, man. She gonna remember all that.
program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that I said I was going to do that, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I don't know. I was just congratulating myself
as you should.
on the fact that I was able to.
As you should.
Congratulations,
accomplish
absolutely.
that.
Congratulations.
I-
you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, thank you, thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
only
sir.
graduate from high school one time, man.
That's it, man.
And
That's it.
a lot of times it'll take something like huge, like that accomplishment for you to look back in retrospect and be like, yo, man, I did that. And a lot of times people don't give credit to where it's due in the first place. So like as long as you see the impact that you had and you recognize that and they recognize that the kids do, that's all that matters, man. And trust me, all of that, all of them times you were there, the recitals, all of the meetings, all of the soccer games or the sports or whatever you had to go through, she's gonna remember that rest of your life.
They don't forget. They don't forget the good,
I know.
and they
I
don't
didn't-
forget the bad.
They
I
don't forget
know.
the bad.
You know what I mean? They remember
I know,
everything.
I didn't forget. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't forget nothing. Nothing. I still got some running beef with some of y'all old heads from 79.
Word.
Yeah,
Will
man.
not live it
Yeah.
down.
They never think kids forget because they do not.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they don't stay kids.
real fast. I just got done going. I was at Chickens and Pete's with my son and my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we were there.
That's what's up.
And my daughter's getting ready to turn 17.
Wow, that's crazy.
And so, you know, it hit me. I took the picture inside of the spot and, you know, sent it to her. She liked it and all that. And yeah, I'm just looking. I'm like, when my son goes to get a shape up, I see his mustache now. And I'm just like, I had that moment where it's like, man, I was there through the whole thing. It was like a super proud moment, man. And I was by myself in the truck, just at work, I think, or somewhere on the way to work or something. And I'm just like, yo, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, and I did it at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, yo, and it's like, yeah, you breaking the generational curses, man. I love it. Get to teach them about real estate. Get to teach them about being, you know, a business owner, and you know,
and
it's dope stuff.
And the beautiful thing is, you don't just got to tell them you're around enough to show.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because
invaluable.
Because kids is gonna do half of what you say, but they're gonna do most of what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you there to show that future king, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That how a man is supposed to move.
Right.
It means a lot, especially in this day and age, because
That's the only way to go now.
Society is showing him how exactly not to move. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Got that.
Definitely.
So for you to be there to keep, you know what I mean? Like, oh, no, that way. You know what I mean?
Just like,
to
just
be
like
there
the
for
bouncers.
that.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to control you, but I'm definitely gonna keep you from going too far to the left, too far to the right. Like, stay around here ish.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
I'm gonna give you your space, but if I think you about to go in the gutter,
I got to.
Got to.
Whether you're mad at me or not, you know. And I think that's where a lot of people in society, they don't know what to do in certain situations. They don't know when to make sure they listen, when to stand their ground, when to, you know, set their kid off. Be like, nah, you gonna be mad at me. This is what is this gonna be, you know? And I think some parents do it too much and don't give their kids enough space to be individuals.
Yeah.
And I think also what I think happens more or less than not, it's like the parent is just not doing it enough, and the kids just running all over them nowadays.
it's definitely a
I see it
balance
in
you got to
Walmart,
strike.
And it's a learning thing, because all kids are different, and some kids need you to be a little more, you know what I mean, like
Right.
more on them, and some kids need a little bit more space, but you only know by going through experiences and like raising your kid, because you can't treat every kid like, there is no rule book.
You can't cookie cutter them.
Nah,
These
you
kids,
can't.
These kids
Can't.
need their ass whipped. They need their ass
Some
whipped.
of them, unfortunately,
Nah.
I believe they do.
That's what it
that's
is.
how they, like, they don't feel you in that way.
Even before that, they have to believe that you will whoop their ass.
It's
Yeah.
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You're capable of it.
that you're capable of whipping their ass, and if they push you too hard, you show.
That's what I'm saying. They need it.
Yeah.
Whip their ass. That way they understand.
It's about respect.
Dad is capable or mom is capable. That way, when they come time to make that decision, they're gonna be like, "Oh no, I don't want my ass whooped."
It's gotta be a possibility.
That's
if,
what I'm
if
saying.
it's not even a possibility,
They don't.
don't have to
What
be.
Jock's saying is like without there being a possibility, without
With
you
some
doing
kids.
it once.
You gotta
Not
do it
all
once.
kids.
You gotta do it once. I mean, no, not all. Cause some
Yeah.
you can just.
they
Yeah,
like,
you don't
can
I
just
took it
do
off the table with my
with-
kids,
with-
and they knew I wasn't gonna beat them, and,
with
and
my
I still
daughter,
was able to.
like my daughter knew I wouldn't hit her, but I knew how to. Like I wait till I would listen to when she was on Xbox Live and she was like in a tournament,
a group chat and all that.
I cut the fucking Wi-Fi off to her bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I do shit like
There's a lot of different ways
like
to get
that.
to 'em.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'll walk in her room and take the plug out of her Xbox, the whole plug, and take with me. You know what I'm saying? Or
Did that a few times.
Or make it so
Very
that she
effective.
can't. You know,
Yes, very effective.
I'll block
very
shit
effective.
on her phone. You know what I mean?
Very
Like
effective.
like that. But she never pushed back against that. So the only thing I could have think to do after that is I'll beat your little ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I never had to
Right.
go there. But I'm not saying that there aren't children who
Oh, some
need it.
kids, yeah, some kids might need it.
I think when I was young, I needed most of the aspirins I got. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right, me too.
yeah, I definitely needed more.
I needed all mine.
Yeah, I'm not saying there was.
Yeah, I
there was-
earned them.
there was-
I needed all
there
my
was-
earned my ass whoopings.
There
needed all mine.
there's a few
Oh, wow.
I'm looking back on like nah, I ain't need that one right there. You know what I mean?
Said a couple of them,
I
like,
ain't need that one.
unwarranted,
But yeah,
but-
most of I say 90% of the aspirins I wore from an adult growing up, I earned them shit.
Yeah. Speaking of, segue back to that, but on the weekend, speaking on the kids, daughter, your son, and your daughter prom and all that. My daughter, I went to the she in the honor society, so she did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, congratulations.
Word.
Yeah.
So she did that, spoke. She was a speaker,
Oh, and
and all that.
Come on now.
And then that's one accomplishment. I mean, one thing I did on the weekend. Then the second thing, my Oklahoma City Thunder
Oh, here we go.
made it to the NBA
Here we
Finals.
go.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'll give it up.
Please give it up. Can we get the thank
I'll
you?
give it up.
Thank you.
I'll
Because
give it up for him.
Good job, guys.
look,
Yeah,
it's been a long road, man.
I'll give it up for him.
Anybody know me? No, I've been a Detroit Lions, Seattle Supersonic fan from day one. Never changed, jump, switch. So I love it, man. Like
It feels good, right? Kind of like when the Eagles won.
Exactly.
You know, so for me,
We ain't win yet.
I like to see this happiness coming from
That's
black
what I'm
men.
saying, bro. Like-
often, and I'm not. There's no reason for me to hate on OKC.
But do you think we gonna win?
At all.
You think we gonna beat the Pacers though?
Yeah, I think
I
y'all
do.
beating the Pacers. Yeah, I do
do.
too.
Yeah.
I do. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all think y'all beating the Pacers.
Yeah.
I want y'all to beat them too. So
Yeah, I want
Okay.
y'all to, but yeah,
I really
see.
think y'all beat them.
I think y'all gonna beat them.
All
I
right.
do.
All right, cool. I appreciate that, man. Because
Yeah, I don't see them. I don't see the Pacers being.
I know we gonna beat them, but I just want to get my brother's take on everything.
Now, how
Yeah,
many
I'm
how many
saying,
games
you know.
you think it's going to take? They're definitely not going to do a 7.
I don't want to get
They're
caught up
not-
in the number. Long as we go
Long as you
home
win.
with the trophy, right? You know
So
what I
if you
mean?
had to put a number to it, what would it be?
If I had to put a number and all that, I would say
Six.
I'll give them 6. Yeah, I'll give them 6 because 5, 6 because
where it start at?
I'm going
okay,
5.
6.
Started-
Okay,
okay.
okay.
I'm going
yeah,
5.
Yeah, they gotta come here.
Yeah,
they
no
gotta
more
come.
than 6.
There
though,
might
but-
be a 6.
They gotta come to my house. We
I'm
playing at
saying
my house.
5. There
The
might
game
be a
at my
6. I don't think there's going to be a 7. I don't think it's going to be a 7. I just don't
Nah,
see.
we can't
It's
go
gonna be
7 with
good
them.
because I ain't going because both squads are good.
Do you know why I
We
don't
can't
think
go
it's gonna
7 with
happen?
them. We can't go 7 with
All
them.
right, so if you say, okay, so if you put the top 3 or top 4 scorers and top 3 and top 4 rebounders on both teams and match them up, you're gonna start seeing holes. Pascal Siakam is not. He's not consistent enough to compete with the 30+ point every single game guy. The Shea, the Alexander, Gilgeous. And then he's got help that's been more consistent now than he's usually. I don't even remember the guy's name. I be picking him all the time. I don't remember the name. I be looking at the stats.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
you
I
know,
watch them playing the game, but I just don't see them matching up. And I don't see the big guy I just don't see how I don't see the Pacers matching up well with OKC.
Yo, Chuck, you OKC fan, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Seattle Supersonics.
It's one player on the Pacers, and you might not agree with me, but watch. As you watch the series, he gonna be pissing you the fuck off. You know who he is?
What that number?
He gonna be pissing you the fuck because he that kind of
22. He like dark skin or something, right?
No.
Oh, who is it?
No. White boy.
Oh, that point guard dude.
The one that used to be in Philly. TJ McConnell.
He was on your. Oh, that's him.
Yeah, he on he been there for years now. But yo, he that kind of watch. He the kind of player. He gonna get on your fucking nerves, bro.
Yeah, I be seeing him out there.
What he
When
be
he
doing?
come in, bro,
He
he got mad
relentless.
energy. He
Yeah,
just go off.
He relentless.
He go.
And
Yeah.
defense.
He like a little pest.
He ain't tall. Yeah, exactly. He like a little. He like a mosquito. You trying to,
Yo,
you know what I
for
mean?
real,
You trying to
for
shoot him
real.
away.
He just there, right there.
He's just there. You know what I mean?
I like that kind of. Now that's the defense that I be liking to see. If you gonna shoot, and I be playing on Sundays sometimes. So now I don't have the lungs like I used to. So I got a couple games and I'm just winded because I be trying to go all out. I'm like, look, if you doing too much, that's one thing. But I just don't think the big dude should be over there shooting threes. I don't think Pascal Siakam is a very good 3-point shooter. And that's what he's going to do. He doesn't like getting physical, and as soon as there's a physical dude down there, he steers away from it. I think that's the reason why they're not going to win, because it's going to start turning physical, and they're going to try to shoot the lights out, and I don't think it's going to happen.
I just know I just know we need to walk away with the win, man. I don't care who shoot good or shoot terrible.
Where it started?
I was kind of hoping the Knicks.
Where the first game at again?
OKC.
Oh, okay. So y'all got home court advantage.
We got home court, so we got to win this first one.
You got to win them both.
I mean, I'm just saying.
To keep that home court.
We got to start with the first one first.
Yeah, true.
Of course, we got to win the joint, but we got
one game at a time.
Right. We got to get that first one out the way and set the tone, like, So, but yeah, man. I hope we just, I hope we bring it home. So
I don't think you got much to worry about. Whether it happens in 5 or 6, as long as, like you said, as long as it happens.
What the great equalizer is, but this is for any team. Is as long as everybody stay healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that could derail any team, you know what I'm saying? But as status quo, like as the way it is right now, I think y'all gonna win it.
Yeah.
I think y'all gonna win it.
I think so too.
Now when you gotta go against the West, I don't know. I said when you gotta go against the West, I don't know. It depends on who come out the West.
We the only ones. We it's no more.
Oh, that's right. Oh, damn. So that's right.
They come out the West.
It's the championship. Yeah, so y'all come out. So yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, y'all gonna win it all.
Yeah, we the only. We just.
See, that go to show you. I haven't watched one playoff game. None.
So you forgot what round
because he's a Sixers fan.
When my team went home,
I'm a Sixers fan too. I could care less. Look.
Because I don't gamble.
And by the way, I feel as though you need to get rid of that guy, that bum, that he's always hurt. Get rid of him. Go. Bye. He's a distraction. Embiid, get him going.
Nah, not yet.
He's got to go.
Not yet.
If you wait another year, he's going to be worth less.
Nah, nobody's going to, because people know he's hurt right now. Is he not going to be here? His contract is too huge. Nobody's going to trade for that when they're not sure whether he's going to be healthy yet.
Well, we're just in a bad situation then, because he's not doing it.
If he's going to want to be rested 5 out of 7 days.
Man, we got y'all been watching the young boys. That's what this year is all about. It's about the young talent. Embiid is just there. We got you know what I'm saying? I know y'all young, but we just got a whole bunch of young.
The one rookie that got hurt. I liked him. The one rookie that got hurt.
McCain. McCain is nice. We got Grimes. Grimes is nice.
Yes.
We got a few nice players, nice young pieces.
I did like watching them play every now and then. They had spurts where I'm like, yo, man, like they ball. And I'm like, when Embiid wasn't on the floor.
We got the 3rd pick in this draft this year. We had to get the 3rd best player in the draft.
They played so much better when Embiid wasn't on the floor.
Y'all gotta be able
they just played better as a team when he wasn't on the floor.
Y'all gotta start playing good enough to keep
after he got here,
rookies though.
Because when Embiid is healthy, nobody's stopping him. So that his only thing is injury. It ain't that he can't play.
That's the problem. He's never healthy.
Hey,
and that's a fact.
That's the luck of the draw.
If he's never, it's not a luck of the draw. If he's not healthy,
it is the luck of the draw. Because the year he was on pace to break everybody's records, he was going crazy, averaging 35 points a game.
But he was healthy.
But I think what he's trying to say is he's kind of injury prone.
He fell on somebody's leg though.
So injury prone, bro. He can't go all out for 3 or 4 games straight. He's gonna have to take a 2 or 3 game nap and rest his knees. And I'm not saying he's not good when he's healthy. I'm saying he's not healthy enough to be usable.
You're right, but I'm saying you can't off him right now. Like who's gonna?
No, and you're right about that too.
You're kind of stuck with him for now. So you need him to at least come back and look good. Then you can do what you're saying.
Right.
Because he has to come back and at least look like something.
Yeah, to make.
I just think they're in a bad position now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a bad position.
That's why I'm so glad they got the young play. They got the young infusion. So
and then the 3rd pick.
And the 3rd pick this year. So we're gonna have a nice squad next year.
That helps a lot.
Whether he's healthy or not. And we got Paul George too still.
Who do you think they're gonna go for?
Oh, the dude from Rutgers. What's his name again? Bailey.
I'm not good with college. Y'all watch college?
He not.
Yeah, I watch college.
You know Bailey, right?
I watch college. a
Who's
little
your team? Because I don't watch college basketball, football, nothing. So I don't know who coming out.
I don't watch college, but I follow prospects around draft time, and I know that's who we looking at. It's Bailey from Rutgers.
All right.
Did y'all
I'm gonna
see,
look him up.
He nice. He
Change
nice.
the subject a little bit, but did y'all see that Trump is commuting the sentence of Larry Hoover?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
shit.
But it's pandering. It's all for naught.
Yeah, because they still got 200 years to do.
Yeah, because he still got a lifetime state bid.
Yeah,
so
200 years.
Yeah, he's letting them out the federal
On the
jail,
state level.
but he's just going to go to Illinois and go to jail.
Unless the Illinois governor
But
pardons him.
the attorney general of Illinois already was quoted as saying he owes us 100 years. You know what I mean? That he owes that. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it might happen, but I.
Why would he? What is the reason why he would even think to do that in the first place?
What, pardon him?
Yeah.
Is because
You think that's gonna work?
Yeah, pandering. Yeah, that's definitely pandering. Because like, why else would he do that? He's definitely pandering.
He knows it's going to make his polls go up some because
Even though he can't run again.
People who don't, he's trying to change that.
Yeah, he's trying to, but if he changes that, that's when I'm gonna start being. Come on, bro, you can't just like all the other
I'm
shit.
already like that with him. That's why I try not to say too much about him because I really don't like the man because of what he stand for.
See, you know what though?
And what he's doing, I don't see when somebody does something. At least let me know, have a plan, and be like, okay, it might be bad right now, but later on, this is what's gonna happen because of this. He doesn't have that. There's no plan for nothing. He's just randomly just doing stuff and taking the floor right from underneath for people that really need it. And a lot of time it's black, brown people, people that are in disability, people that really need the help and the money, disenfranchised people. It's just weird how people are okay with that. So it's like that shit make me want to like get like upset. And that's why I don't even like talking about Trump too much because it's like obvious. It's like, what's the point of any of it? Like, what's the short and long term goals? Has anyone?
You know what I'll do, bro? You know what I'll do?
What's he doing?
You know what I'll do?
Like,
I watch what he's doing. Like I see what he's doing, right? Okay. And this is what you know what I do? I gotta practice what I preach because the same way when I'm raising my kids, right? When I'm raising my kids, I'm the kids, all the kids around me. I teach them to control what you can. There's no need for you to get stressed out about things that you can't control. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't control them, so it's gonna take energy away from what you could be doing other things. You know what I'm saying? So when I see things that I don't understand, I'm waiting for the dust to settle because I can get mad about shit, but why? It's a waste of my energy to get mad.
But that's why I don't. Yeah, exactly. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to give my energy.
But I mean, we still have to. We still have to
address it.
Keep ourselves informed.
You got to be informed. Exactly. Be informed.
That's the part that sucks.
Be informed.
Like, I have to.
You don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But you still got to look.
But you have to know.
Because you don't want him to slip nothing by you. You know what I'm saying? You got.
Okay, check this out.
What's the check and the balance to anything?
What if he does slip something by you and you find out about it? What the fuck can we do?
Pretty much nothing you can.
What can we do, right?
But I mean, if you gotta, but there are things that you can see coming and make preparations for them coming.
I thought there was checks and balances
to guard against
presidents doing stuff like this, like taking it upon themselves to do whatever. But those checks and balances aren't working right now.
Well, they are. There's checks and balances, but
are they working?
There's executive orders that he's signing off.
But when
executive orders, you can't fight them.
When you get most of your people in the cabinet,
the only people that can fight,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people that would normally veto
and the Senate,
the shit, but they're your boys now.
He's got them both. Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Now look, stop him.
Can't knock the hustle because
the only people who can stop him are the Supreme Court justices.
Do people
and there's more Republican Supreme Court justices now than Democratic Supreme Court. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think he appointed 3 of them.
Man, hey, look, you can't knock the hustle, bro. When you sit back and look at it, you like, yo, he got that off.
You gonna sit people up there?
He got that off.
That shit pissed you off.
Hey yo, but
Hey yo, you think
ever
he
been
gonna
so-
pardon Diddy? You think he gonna pardon Diddy?
hell no, ain't nobody
Hey, yo.
pardoning Diddy, bro.
Nah, they
He pardoned Kodak Black.
You can't. Yeah, but
Yo,
see, Kodak Black wasn't.
What was this?
and he pardoned NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah, and
did?
NBA Youngboy, yup, he did. Recently.
So why he ain't part
telling
of
you.
Tory Lanez yet?
No.
He's the only one that really
Tory
got stabbed
Lanez,
up.
because Tory Lanez might come home.
I think he
Already.
gonna beat it. Yeah, I think he gonna beat it. Yeah,
So
He
he
gonna
don't
beat
need the
it?
pardon or
yeah, I
whatever.
think he gonna beat it.
He gonna beat it. He gonna go a long way.
Plus, another thing is, Tory Lanez is not a constituent. Tory Lanez can't vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
ain't from America. Yeah,
He-
true.
Nah,
He's-
but
he's
look,
not a
hold.
citizen.
I don't mean to cut you off, bro. Hold that thought. Trump is making Canada a part of the U.S.
But see,
Hey, no,
he
he's
can't
trying
do that because
He's trying
Canada's
to.
not even just one country. Canada is a whole bunch of different countries together.
I'm telling y'all.
Hey, yo,
No,
man.
I just-
Canada just merged it. You
Bro.
know,
I'm
merged
telling
it.
you, bro,
bro.
this was in the makings. I'm not saying he did it. It's
Yeah,
like, it happened
I
already.
did read that he's
That's
trying
like
to do
him
that.
changing the joint from a Gulf America to Gulf
The
of
Gulf
Mexico.
of,
Hey, yo.
yo, word.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sitting here like,
Yo, Disco
Bro.
Donnie, boy.
ain't no way. You just can't get up there and just start doing what you want. Like, we're just gonna get up there and Canada's gonna be part of the U.S. now. What are you?
yeah, uh-huh.
What are you, bro? What are you talking about? There's a whole other nation up there. You just going, oh yeah, they're gonna be U.S.
There's nations, plural. There's different countries. Like it ain't like America. We're one country divided into states.
Right.
They're a continent divided into countries. Like it's country literally. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
Yo, he said he gonna do away with DEI, right? And try to act like that the people that the DEI was letting in on the jobs were unqualified. And yet you're bringing people in that are unqualified for the job, that are so unqualified, they're signing things so that they don't get in trouble. Like, oh yeah, I acknowledge that I don't like they willingly let people know that, yeah, I don't really know all about this. So what, you gaslight me right in front of my face. So it's like you trying to make
Hey,
it seem
bro.
like you're doing things like, oh yeah, so everybody else I appoint is just gonna be top notch. Yo, you putting people in that you cool with. You put
Of course, bro.
You
That's
put
like,
Elon
we got
Musk in there.
We got the podcast. You think we ain't gonna bring?
bro.
Yeah, that's the way the world
That's
calling.
what-
You know what I
that's
mean?
it,
If you got
yeah,
the
Bro, I
plug,
ain't never seen nothing
think-
like this.
if you got
Have
the
you,
plug-
have any of y'all ever seen any political shit like this ever? Ever?
oh no, it's different. No, it's definitely
Have y'all
different.
ever seen any? Have heard nothing? I ain't never read nothing like this. I ain't never seen. Like, if you hear stuff like this, unfortunately, you would hear about like world leaders doing crazy stuff in other third world countries, maybe somewhere else. But the amount of stuff going on that he's doing right now, the whole world looking at us like, yeah, it's about damn time. There's some crazy shit going up over there. Because the stuff he's doing, I never heard of. What are your short-term and long-term goals for any of the stuff you've done? Nobody in this whole camp can actually explain that. And when they ask him that in the interviews, they run around and get mad, or they throw the interviewer out. You ever notice that? They'll throw the interviewer
right.
out.
That's crazy.
I thought you had freedom of speech. You can't even.
He's just winging it. Like, I think
That's what I think he's doing. I don't think he doesn't have
every day he wakes up like, hold my beer. Let me go do this shit. You know what I mean? Just to
do this
see,
shit.
just to see what you think. What you think I go out there and do today. All right, I'm about to
watch this.
Tell these motherfuckers that we're going to change.
watch this.
We're going to change the fucking Indian
Look over at his
Ocean
boy like,
to the American Ocean. We
you
gonna
want
do
to see
that.
me make him really mad? Watch what
Larry
I do.
Hoover, Larry Hoover, you're coming home tonight.
Watch what I do today.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But look though, real talk.
Gotta be what he's doing.
I don't want to talk about Diddy and all that, but look, just real quick though, honestly though, my thought is, no matter what they give Diddy, they could charge him with whatever, say guilt, whatever. He's guilty of everything, whatever. Trump is gonna get him out. It's just something saying.
What would be the benefit of Trump getting?
It's no, they're friend. They've been cool for years.
Huh?
Listen, I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, because
But
Trump
Diddy-
was cool.
in the-
Trump was cool
but
with
in the
everybody,
last-
especially in the 90s.
In the last
Yeah, he
year
was-
or so, Diddy been saying some pretty foul shit about you.
Yeah, but listen, Trump know.
I never knew they were
Trump
close.
know.
First-
Trump know. Listen, man, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's just like the election. He gonna say something bad about you. You gonna say something bad about you. But when them cameras go off, when them podcasts go off, we going to lunch together. We we about to go drink together and smoke and kumbaya.
Cause we both we see these dudes is all millionaires. And shit.
Right.
And all they hang at the same places.
Same
they went to
bro.
the same schools. They grew up. The only thing that changed them.
They would have affiliation by now.
They're gonna be buddy
They're
after
on-
the
yeah.
camera.
But I didn't know there was a correlation
On
between
camera,
Diddy
but
and
when the camera come on
but
and
Trump back in the day, his name was said in so many rap songs.
So many rap songs.
Dude,
like
black
he was.
people love
Trump was
Donald
people's.
Trump. If
Trump was
I
like a
call-
status. It was like
if
a
I call-
status symbol.
because-
I've never known why.
Because he had money.
Because of the same.
Because he had money. Okay.
Because he had money. And Trump was like partners
Because he had
with like
And it was status.
Every Mike Tyson fight was at a Trump.
He had the casino.
Oh yeah.
He had the casino down AC.
He
You know
was
what I
down
mean?
with like Michael Jackson concert.
Was that him or was that
And
his
all
dad?
that.
He did that?
No, that was him.
That was him.
Trump.
That was him. Yeah.
Trump
That was young him.
Trump been ringing bells since the late '80s, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know about him
And-
is he liked to
and
file
all-
bankruptcy as soon as he needs to pay
all
a
the
bill.
way and black
That's what I know
people
about Trump.
love Trump all the way up until he announced he was running for
Yeah, everything changed when he started. When he went political,
so
everything
It
changed.
hasn't been that long ago.
Yeah, everything
That-
changed when he
They
went
loved him
political.
on The Apprentice.
Black people love
You're
Trump.
fired.
Love Trump.
Uh-huh.
I can guarantee you can Google songs on your phone called Trump. I guarantee it, 'cause that came out or rap lines with Trump in it pre 2000 when they ran the first
He was in some
time,
rap videos.
and they'd all be
Yeah, it's
positive.
crazy.
He was in a couple. He
The,
was in like at least one.
The
For sure.
dude was in Home Alone too.
He wasn't home alone.
Yeah, he was on like black shows. I can't think of the show he was on back in the day, but he was on a lot of shit.
And that's enough for black people.
Yeah.
And plus, he was on the scene in New York. Like he had the towers in New York.
I mean,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bill Clinton fool.
So you think he's gonna get him off no matter what happens?
I just think that he gotta say it because they asked him, hey Trump, do you think you're gonna pardon Diddy or whatever? And he was like, I gotta look at it, and if he's treated unfairly, then woo woo woo. But I gotta look at it. He gotta say that on camera because he can't just be like, but
yeah.
bro, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna wait till the smoke clear, like he's saying, I gotta look at it. And
You'd understand if he was to do something like that.
I'm telling you what he gonna do.
No,
he
it
just let
depends on
Larry
what's-
Hoover go.
It
out.
depends on what's on them goddamn tapes, bro. Cause
Man.
if that shit get too wild in court or some shit that's too crazy come out,
Hey.
he gonna look wild pardoning him.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
He gonna look
HD.
easy.
Hey, Corn.
Yeah.
I don't think they have really too much on Diddy more than they already put out. Like,
And if that's the case, I agree with you 100%.
I don't
If
think
that's the
Diddy,
case,
they just, he beat the girl up and stuff like that, and put him, give him the
That's
time,
the-
whatever for that. But all the baby oil when the having sex with the men, you can't
just
you
the-
can't lock somebody up.
that's
for,
his.
the,
That's his.
uh,
That's his.
that's his sexual preference.
Yeah.
The Cuddy part.
Blowing the car
Yeah,
up.
that kind of
It
shit.
could have been the girl. It wasn't
But they're going.
It wasn't him. It couldn't have been
They're
What girl?
going to get him for.
There was another
his
girl?
assistants or his one
They're
of his.
going to. They're going to. They're
But that's
they're
what
gonna
they-
get him
It
for.
more than likely wasn't. though.
But they're gonna-
You know how this shit goes.
for violating the Mann Act for flying prostitutes.
Oh yeah, across
Cross
all state
state
lines and
lines.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
them payments.
But listen,
But
lock him up, right?
Trump-
okay,
Trump-
they gonna
Trump-
get him. They
Trump
gonna
can
get him
put-
on that. All
Trump,
right.
Payments,
Trump,
man.
Trump can pardon him
Trump
for
is
that.
pay for that,
Because
bro.
that's
it.
because that's federal. So Trump can
That's
pardon him.
it.
Yeah.
That's the
Listen,
payment.
that's what I'm. This
You
is-
wasn't doing this shit for free.
Watch this podcast. Watch. Run this podcast back after when it's all the smoke cleared.
No.
Diddy gonna get pardoned by him. So I mean, I ain't mad.
I hope it
it's
ain't.
the game. It's
I
money,
hope it don't go out like that, but
money, politics, and all that. But
there's some truth in what you're saying because it'll be some crazy stuff that he would do, and you're right. He just pardoned that Hoover, so look.
bro, he's gonna. NBA YoungBoy.
Fuck, he's out here just.
NBA YoungBoy had
What is he
five.
trying to grab brownie points from?
You see what he doing, right? Why?
Yeah, he's
so
pandering.
Come on, man.
he's not letting go.
That's
He's
not
not letting
cool with me.
regular
I'm
people
not-
out of jail. He's letting people out of jail like that. Everybody's gonna notice. You know what I'm saying? It's
the black community.
exactly. It's definitely pandering. He's definitely doing it.
The black community.
Yeah,
Quote,
quote
unquote.
unquote. Yeah.
Nah, I'm just saying, but
But
we the
That's what
ones.
he. That's
who,
what he doing. Yeah.
But we the
But
ones.
look,
who,
we're talking about it.
right.
He pandering
He's
to
achieving his.
to like the lowest common nominated.
Throw a little bone to him because he did this stuff with the Africans. You see when he let the Africans come over and get just only the white ones though, the South Africans.
Yeah, the African. But you saw why he's doing that. He's
Pandering.
But I mean, the reason that he gave for doing that.
No, for sure.
Is because the South Africans are taking their land from them. But they took it from them
in the first place.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
They're taking it back.
They're just taking it. It would be like the Native Americans getting some power and saying, "Yo, you
taking America back.
You live in my great great grandmother's yard. You gotta get the fuck out." You know what I mean? It's
I mean,
shit, man.
I kind of will respect that.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing.
That shit would be. I might have to paint my face with them. Like, look, I'm with y'all. Because I feel the same way. Like, how you gonna get mad at them for taking shit back? Like, what are you talking about?
But you know they had slaves.
And it was only white people. I'm saying like, bro, don't you?
They had slaves too.
How dumb this look. Only let.
You know,
and you gonna call them refugees?
So you gotta watch what Indians you paint your face with, because they own slaves too, black ones.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't want to paint your face with the wrong ones. You go
light your ass up.
I ain't want to go all the way there with it.
Oh, you did good.
Fuck around, get scalped.
Word up, bro. Yo, you'll be coming back with one dread. Nah, but
we can't go out like
but
that.
yeah, man,
not at all.
It's a crazy, like they just playing out here, man, and it's like some of the stuff is just so like it's just so messed up, whatever you want to say, but it's just the way of the world, bro. The world is so wicked right now, bro, and evil is winning right now.
And that's why we here to bring balance.
Right, gotta bring the balance.
Yeah,
man.
we gotta bring it back the other way, because you're right. It's leaning too far in I ain't gonna say one direction, all type of direction.
Evil is winning right now out here, bro. Like it's more.
If you're positive, you're the weirdo. It's like people are glorifying being demon time. They're glorifying just
crashing out.
Crash out. It's cool now.
And everything triggers everybody, and all of a sudden I'm responsible for what triggers you, and you know what I'm saying? Like
when really I'm not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Nobody wants to go there and open up.
We're in the upside down. You know what I mean? Like it's really crazy.
Like SpongeBob said, today is opposite day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's crazy.
That's what it feel like.
People see something, they open up the internet, they see a headline, they take that headline and they run with it. You know what I mean?
They don't even fact check it.
You don't even
it don't even have to be the truth.
And then you see somebody putting some shit up there, you don't want to say nothing to them, because they gonna come back with some slick shit.
I say something.
Then,
I
don't
like
say
that.
nothing because
it's hard not to say something bad. I'll be like,
yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm talking about if they, if it's just they. I'm talking about if it's just they post and they got the facts wrong and they post.
I say something.
So you call them out. Like if I know the person, I might like DM them.
I don't care.
But other times I just scroll by them.
I go to shit. Man. You look on Shade Room. You look on any of them baller alerts.
I be seeing you on the joint.
I talk, bro.
I be seeing
and
you
then don't spell nothing wrong. Don't use two when it should be TOO.
Don't use there when it should be there.
Right. I'm on all that.
I hate that.
I'm on all. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm trolling you. Like, don't. Nah. No.
I be seeing you on the IG comments.
Yo, I be in there, bro. I be in there. I'ma talk. I don't care if I know you or not. If I know you, I might let you live. If I see you make an error or something on your joint, I ain't gonna do nothing. But but nah, I feel what you're saying though.
You just don't let the slander go.
Yeah.
Somebody come at you, it's like you coming back.
You say anything to chop.
I mean, if somebody says something to me, I just don't like the fact that I can't end it with smacking somebody and fucking them out. You know what I mean?
That part always sucks.
I don't ever let it. It's just but bro, it's like computers. It ain't like, it's
like real
people
life.
People is they gonna say whatever because they home in their comfort zone on their phone.
And that's what I don't like though. You know what I mean? I don't like the fact that
you can't even let it get you. You can't even let it get you like mad.
That's why I don't even go down that rabbit hole. Like when I read an article and shit, I never read the comments. You know what I mean? Cause
Yeah,
The comments will ruin some shit.
Somebody gonna say something that's gonna just make me ruin my faith in you.
If that's how it is,
that you read some shit that make you say no more interneting for me today.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Best to just not do that, bro. Like you said, because if it sets you off, shit like that, little shit like that will set me off, and that's why, like I said earlier, I have to actively let it go because something stupid that somebody does, I'll just see how somebody just doesn't care about the person to the next one. Like, you ever see somebody just not care about how they're making somebody feel like, yo, this person is obviously uncomfortable with what you're doing. And you just keep on saying that. You right up in her face, and you just keep on making her wrong. Like at work, you'll see something. Somebody will say something. I'll be talking to a guy. I'll be in the hospital. Somebody will say something. And you'll say something to one of the hospital staff walk by. She roll her eyes. I'm like, that wasn't a good rolling of the eye, my dude. It don't even register. Like when you see it don't even register to people, that's the problem. It's like the rudeness is not even registering to people. It's just like, damn, you ever say hi to somebody and they just look at you and don't say nothing back?
I think what's happening with part of the problem is people don't have enough socialization. You know what I mean?
They're not together enough.
People don't spend enough time around people, so you don't like I with my daughter sometimes I realize like she missed like social cues. You know what I mean? When things you're supposed to do, when certain people do certain things, but since she spends most of the time talking to her friends online, so you don't like that's what I told. It's like, but they don't evolve like poker faces. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't let people see how they saying affects you, but being that they spend so many of their conversations with people that can't see them, so I can tell when my daughter's feeling a certain kind of way, or because just it shows all in her face, you know, and
as long as you recognize it, you know, at least she has somebody that's there that could guide her through the stuff.
And they miss like social cues and all that. Like when somebody starts looking at their watch, that means it's time to wrap that shit up. You know what I mean? But
COVID,
they do it back to back.
I think COVID helped us with that too.
They don't learn stuff. COVID
I think
definitely. Well, I mean,
2 years.
It was already edging that way.
Yeah.
But COVID made it right so that most of your relationships you can just talk to these people online. You never have to see them. You know what I'm saying? Like
that kind of solidified it. Like,
Yeah,
you can function. It's just nobody wants to obviously do it like that. But if you had to, you know what we could do.
Cause think about it. They did a poll, and they was people who were 21, and they were like 3/4 of 21-year-olds have never talked to a girl they met. The first time they met them, they walked up to them and talked to them. You know what I mean?
Oh, they interacted online first.
Their first interaction was always online with that
to
person.
break the ice.
Yeah.
But they don't know that feeling that feeling you get in your stomach or you're just like,
when you got
it's do or die. We about to figure it out. Like, what's going on, shorty?
Because if you get past that hurdle in your life to walk up to a chick and talk to her out of nowhere, there's not much situations you can't walk into. You know what I'm saying?
The only way back in the day you could be sitting in your house and meet somebody new was if you just cold call somebody. They just dial a random fucking phone number and just call. But then you got a chance of getting cussed the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So it was no, I don't have to leave the house and I just made 10 friends. The fuck is that?
If you didn't go outside, you didn't have friends.
You didn't meet, you know what I'm saying? You had to go outside.
Meet nobody.
You had to go outside.
Yeah, I did that back in the day. Called a couple numbers.
Cold calls, right?
And just was like, who this?
Yeah.
and whoever pick up sound good.
I did that.
Yo, that'll get you messed up, bro.
I mean,
if you just listen to a voice.
I'm just saying, this was how you
call beauty off a voice? You think that's possible? That's
no.
You didn't ask all you had.
I've never. There's people chicks that just sound.
Yeah, no, I'm just
that
saying.
Just don't look.
But that's all you had, though.
All you had was the
That's
phone.
all you had.
Yeah,
you couldn't go online.
No social media.
We didn't have the internet. None of that shit.
Or
none of that, bro.
Or somebody might hook you up with a girl, and you might be talking to her on the phone for
but you never met her yet.
You ever see her.
You never seen her.
And you already didn't put the work in.
Ain't no Instagram. Ain't no page to go look at with no pictures. Ain't none of that shit. She
just
can't.
gotta hope
she
she
can't
describe
send
her
you-
to you. She just describe her right. Like
it wound up being like Friday. She said she looked like
Yeah.
Hey,
Janet
yo.
Jackson,
look more like Freddie Jackson.
You know how you used to show a motherfucker what somebody looked like back in the day? It's with
Yearbook.
everybody. Yearbook.
Yearbook.
Exactly, with the yearbooks.
Yep.
That's how we did it back in the day. Oh, here she go right here.
And that's
But
how
that's
and
an
that's
old
how
picture.
she looked
You know what
last
I'm saying?
year. That,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That,
Word.
it didn't look like
Exactly.
that kind of shit. Yep.
Classic, man.
Yeah, it was. It was.
That
it
is
was
classic
real
shit.
different. It was a lot.
I'm the in between. I'm
Yeah,
the in
everything
betweeners.
was,
Like
everything was a lot
remember
less
before
convenient.
and after everything happened.
Hey, yo, think about this. What the fuck is a library now?
Yeah.
Dewey
what, I was
Decimal
just
System.
Like, what is a
thinking
library
about that.
now?
Yo, we actually
goes there?
we actually had whole classes
I
where
did.
we had to learn the Dewey Decimal System.
The library in Bristol.
I'm saying, but back in the day, if you had a report,
You had to
you
go
had
there.
to go to
You had
the
to go
library.
there.
Because-
You didn't have enough
because-
There was no internet there was no
Because
Google.
and you couldn't even borrow the reference book.
Nah,
Yeah,
hell
stay there.
no.
So
you had to stay there.
and take notes. And so you had to learn how to do
Write 'em down.
a outline and all that. So
All
that
that
when
shit.
you go home, you can use your notes
you would have the notes.
to write your project with.
So
Yeah.
stressful.
Or you'd be lucky, like, you know, a lot of black cribs, you always had those encyclopedias.
Encyclopedia set.
You know,
yo, and
you had that encyclopedia
and
set.
and they had the banging pictures in there.
I think I'd like to have an encyclopedia now.
The
Oh,
world
yeah.
book. It was a whole set of. You had to. It was
whole
like-
set, yeah,
you had
from
to have
A to
like-
Z.
You had to have like 30 of them.
I remember
Yeah,
the
from
blue
A to
Jones.
Z.
Yeah.
I remember the ones that I seen.
We had the
blue.
World Book.
Everybody had
The
it.
There was
World Book
the World Book.
encyclopedias, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
classic World Book. Yo, I saw it online. You can still order a set of World Book encyclopedias, but it's expensive as fuck
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You can
More
still order them
expensive?
shits. Yeah.
Probably hard to
But
get. Probably hard to get.
it's worth that having them
Because
because
if you think about it, like
I think right now you
hardcover
probably should be
book.
stocking up on books.
a hardcover book is like is like
Bro,
30
I
to
think
40 bucks, and you got to buy like 30 of them for encyclopedias.
You can get some for cheap now if you go to some of the libraries that like either they're not doing too well or about to shut down. I know there's one right around my way over at Carpet City. I'm getting ready to go and grab a couple novels.
but
I'm about to
make
get
sure-
back into reading, man.
Yeah,
You wanna hear
I
something crazy, bro?
I read a lot, yo. I read.
But I need a book because
I read. I read books, yo, like every day, yo.
if
Every
the
day.
if
I
the
read-
grid ever
I read
goes,
books and on
On the Kindle
books are
joint.
easier on my eyes. I don't like the way that like reading on my phone for too long. It messes with my eyes. So on a book, it don't happen like that. I just put some regular light on. I'll sit there. I'll read a book for hours.
Yeah.
I like novels and shit like that.
What you was about to say, HD? You was about to say something.
I don't even know, bro.
He forgot. I knew. I had a feeling.
I done lost it.
Sorry.
Yeah, you guys. It's hard to hold that thought. And
Hold that thought,
it's hard
yeah.
to hold it now when you a man of a certain.
Hey, yo, they
age.
got. Hey, yo, speaking of reading,
it'll
right?
come back.
Speaking of reading, they got
That's
the.
what she said.
You seen the thing? You seen the thing they got where you could put on your phone, and you could just put it over the page or something, and it'll read it out.
Oh yeah.
Read it out loud. Yeah.
I
saw
didn't know
that.
they had
Yeah.
nothing like that.
Yeah, they have apps like that too.
Yeah, word.
Like
Yeah.
You could just
Okay.
so you could get through books and like
Well, I just get audiobooks.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
the
the
audio
audiobook.
book.
Yeah, I just get
Yeah, I
the
mean,
audio
that
books
too,
and
you know.
listen to them and shit.
But I'm
I
just
think
saying
I need
it's
to be an audiobook like
different way.
voiceover guy.
a voiceover dude.
That'd be
Bro,
dope. That'd be dope, like an audiobook voiceover dude. Because I would read it like it's happening in there, like I'm acting in my phone.
Yo, I had James.
Change the voice up
I
and
had
all that.
I had
That's good
James
shit.
Earl
That'd be dope.
Jones reading the Bible, yo, and I used to call it my Darth Vader Bible, yo, because it was like,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? James
Yeah,
Earl
that Darth
Jones.
Vader
It sound-
voice.
It sounded to me I couldn't get when I'm listening to him.
'Cause it's Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Wow.
I couldn't get the past that this dude he's Darth Vader. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
then
trying to get the words.
To me, it was
Iconic
Darth
sound
Vader
right there.
reading the Bible to me. I couldn't do it. It was distracting.
Just
Imagine having a voice that famous, bro. Like James Earl Jones
Or Morgan.
we know
Freeman.
him as the Bella Atlantic.
or Morgan Freeman. Yeah, but that voice, as soon as you hear it, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
There's a couple people with them voices.
Distinctive voice.
Yeah.
Barry White.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah.
Barry White. As soon as you hear it, you know what it is.
Practice what you preach, man. Remember that, John?
You know who else got a
Oh, that
distinctive
song.
voice too? Man, probably one of the most distinctive voice ever.
Oh,
Fucking Snoop.
Snoop. Yeah. Snoop. You
Hell
can tell
yeah.
Snoop.
Fucking Snoop. And everybody,
It's a lot of distinctive voices out there.
yeah, it's a lot.
No way. For
It's
sure.
a lot.
You can tell who got a distinctive voice because people do impressions of him a lot.
Yeah, true. True. Shit, even Donald Trump got a distinctive voice.
I think
Oh,
it's,
he
I
definitely
think
got
what
one now.
I think a lot of what makes it is too is like his cadence and all that. 'Cause he's got
Yeah.
a weird cadence when he talks. Like,
Yeah, we got a real weird cadence, and it really does.
and the way he,
Mhm.
oh man, that dude crack. He cracks me up.
Yo.
Yo, that's crazy because how you could just mention somebody's name. I looked across the room. Yo, your face like,
His whole posture
yo,
changed.
everything changed about your face as soon as
Got
Trump name
mad
came
as
up.
hell. You mentioned Trump, boy. He said,
Bro,
I
like-
just don't like this.
We would have to launch the BalancE X for me to really explain how I feel about this dude, man. I think I'm doing a great job. And shout out to me and pat myself on the back for my self growth. Because I've been containing my true feelings about this freaking hypocrite so well, I think, on this podcast, because it's like we said before, we touched on it. There's nothing we can do about the person he is. We really can't do anything about 95% of the stuff he's doing because we're not in Congress. We're not in the Senate. We don't hold any of these positions of power. We're not on the millions level to the point where our influence does anything to it. So when I get mad,
No.
but at the end of the day, it's like
Yeah.
when you see somebody bullying the world, I look at them like, bro, realistically, I don't even want to say.
You know what I'm gonna say, bro? You know what I'm gonna say?
It's like it's too.
I sit
much.
back, I ask questions of people, right? I say, anybody that I think is a intelligent, smart person, and I would want to sit and have a intellectual back and forth with. I always ask those people. I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying. Now I ask those people to now tell me one thing good he does, or one thing good he has done, or one thing good that's in the works that they can never tell me one because, and all that tells me is I'm not agreeing with nothing he's doing, but I'm waiting for the dust to settle because I could dig through what he's doing and find some good shit. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to. I'm not going to because I'm sitting back because I can't change it. Even if I find some good or some bad, but
I can't find. For me, I'm a critical thinker. So
yeah,
if I was to see you do something, the first thing I think is, why is he doing that? Like if somebody was running, we're gonna run with him while we're thinking, why are we running? But you're gonna think of, I'm gonna run just in case something.
till you find out what's going on.
I just don't see.
You don't think
the
you don't think it's a
benefit
good
of
it's a good thing for him to send back undocumented felons?
undocumented felons.
Yeah.
Not when you're grouping like a whole demographic of people inside of there, and like people that like if you've been here paying taxes, not bothering nobody, you've been buying houses. I don't care about you talking about felons, people that's really out here causing ruckus.
Felons.
But I'm not.
Felons.
But
no.
But
Forget
you
the,
can't
you know
just
what?
say that because he's sending people over just because.
So,
Forget the felon, just the undocumented.
Running down on college
Just the
kids.
undocumented. Forget the felon part.
So you don't think
there's more.
Forget
that-
the felon part.
you
The
don't-
undocumented.
Well, yeah, undocumented. I don't have
Forget
a
the
problem.
felon part.
I don't have a problem with somebody being undocumented that's been here already, that hasn't been doing anything. I don't see a reason. Keep them here while going through the process. Like I don't say there's no reason to have a process involved, but if you've been over here, you've had a house, you've been working, you got kids in schools. Like if you're already integrated and you're not one of the felons causing the problem, because obviously they got to go if you came over. But outside of them, he's grouping everybody in there with him to flush them out. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get rid of every undocumented person just so we can get rid of the people that are the bad ones. But there are people that are constructive members of society that actually are helping. And if we're like the United States,
you know how it's
has
happening,
always
bro.
been a mixture of a lot of people. So
You know how it's happening,
I don't
bro.
get why it's a problem now.
You know how it's happening, bro. When
but they've been here, okay, buying houses and
they're
owning them.
The way they're
Kids in
doing it,
school.
the way they're doing it with the ICE thing, they're not just going out looking for anybody that's undocumented. They're looking for the people with the records and stuff. But this is what's happening. If they come in this house looking for you, and there's 10 people living here, and 5 of them are undocumented, they got to take them too. Like that's not who they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for just like they said, the undocumented felons. But if they come in that house and you just moved in with your grandma who's been here for 20 years, but she's undocumented.
What's the process?
You know what I'm saying?
Does anyone even know the process?
This is what they.
Like how many
this
years?
This is what they're. This is what they're. What to become documented?
Yeah, like what? I would have.
It
to
don't
look
take
at the
that long
process,
because
too.
if you people migrate to America all the time. It don't take that long.
I'm not saying they can't, but
I
if
think-
they're already here, let them go through the process while being here, even if they have to be in a
Yeah, but
certain spot
you
until
say
they get.
but they have to do it.
What happened if they've been here their whole life? Where are they going back to?
So, but I mean, if
Like that's what I'm saying. You're sending them back. Oh, send them back home.
If they've
Home
been
isn't
here,
America to some of these people.
If they've
I'm
been
not
here,
saying send them
if
back.
they've been here all these years, why haven't they done it yet?
That's my whole point.
Because nobody
and,
forced them to do it.
And
But
I'm not
you know,
saying
people have
send
to be
them back.
forced to do
But
something
all right, so
before we
you're
really
talking
gonna
about
do it. They're
you're
human.
talking about the ones that are paying. But what about the ones that aren't paying taxes?
I can't account for them people.
But
Nobody can.
There's
there's a-
homeless people walking around right now. I can't account for them.
But there's a lot of them.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
There probably is. Yeah.
But I mean, then they gotta.
I'm not saying don't do nothing.
They
I'm
have.
not saying don't do
They
nothing.
have to police themselves then, because or else everybody's.
There's a
gonna
level
get
of that,
caught up-
yes,
yeah,
which will never happen. Police
in the
themselves,
tweet,
that never
yeah.
works. But yeah, there's a level of that has to happen. But also, there's a level of empathy that's also got to happen that isn't going to happen.
Oh yeah,
That's
you,
not.
You
'cause
have
they're,
to.
They're put,
you
the way they're treating
you have
people.
to look at circumstance, and I do believe that a person who has been here all these years and they're paying taxes and they're being in society and all of
yeah,
that, then they.
that's all. That's all
But
I'm
if you get people here who've been here all, you're not paying no taxes and all that.
Like just dodging the
They-
system and
yeah,
doing all
they-
that.
they-
I get that, but the problem is I don't feel as though that's in the majority. I feel as though those cases are in the minority, and what's in the majority are the people that are getting caught in the crossfire that they might be trying to stick up for the one person they were really after, but them other 5 people, they're just gonna watch their family member get dragged out of the house. That's not realistic.
But that's
of course
what
they're gonna try to.
But
put up some kind
that's
of
what I
fight.
mean. I think that this will make them police themselves because they know if they come looking for you, they're gonna see all of us. You know what I mean? So bro, you gotta go.
Man, look.
I'd say have a
anybody,
you know, like a compromise where this is the situation you're in. You either go back or we can keep you here, but it's got to be under these guidelines. That's the part that the U.S. could
know what,
do,
bro?
but they're choosing not to.
I
They
really
can
don't want to
have
hear.
discretion.
I really don't want to hear. See, people talk about stuff like this, and unless you've watched or you know what's going on with the Darien Strait, having this argument don't even make sense to me. You have to unless you know the. It's not just about people just think it's like against the Mexicans. It's not. If the Darien Strait, there's a flood of immigrants from all over the world. They go down to South America, they come up through the Darien Strait, and they're all getting into the country. So it's not just Mexicans, it's Chinese, it's people from all over the world. It's from South America, from Brazil, and they're flooding into the country. You know what I'm saying? So if you really can't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? You unless you
Have to clump them all
take a
in.
broad brush, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's so they're coming in by the millions. You know what I'm saying? It's not thousands. They're coming in by the millions from all over the world.
Millions.
They're coming down, bro. That Darien, they're dying. They're dying every day just to get through this, bro. It's crazy. So
The
if
Darien Strait, I gotta look it up.
the Darien Strait, bro, if you put in Darien Strait documentary, bro, and you watch it, it'll change your whole view, bro.
Stuff like I watch documentaries like that.
It'll change your whole view. Really, it really will.
And it's a resource thing. You know what I mean? Because if you ever lived in a city before, you know what I mean. You will go to that city and you will see a classroom that's got 55 kids that's only supposed to have 30. And that's because you have to be able to put the kids in the school whether they got
That's rough.
papers or not.
That's rough.
But these kids haven't been factored into the budget of that school. So then you got not enough books for every kid.
You're talking about the snowball effect of not being documented.
And then you got schools that aren't prepared for so many kids where English is their second language. So they don't have ESL teachers. They don't have all that. So they have to put those kids in a classroom with other students who speak English. So then the teacher has to keep stopping. You understand what I'm saying?
I dig it.
So I know I get what you're saying is you have to have some compassion and some empathy when you're doing this, but you also something does have to be done. You know.
Is
But
it that much of an issue? What issue is that causing? Is that an issue that is like so big that
I
it's like
think education,
You gotta-
quality of education is huge.
Until
And-
you realize how big
and
it is,
if
you
I
won't
mean,
really.
the immigration issue, whatever they're because right now that's one of the main focal points that is what he was doing since he became president. So it must be that big of an issue for everyone. That's one of the things you're focusing on. So
it's as big as that's a bigger issue.
What are these million people doing when they're coming here?
For his constituents than it is for us. You know, because
that's what I think is
to
what
me it doesn't really
that's
bother
what that's what
me.
I'm.
I don't really. I'm not one of them sending back. You know, them people that live and let live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all
but
for
you,
that. You
but you
could,
can't just let an influx of millions just flood into the country.
I understand that, and when you get them situations where you can actually find out where they at, you know, oh yeah, you ain't coming through, whether you catch them on the way, here, but once they're already here, or you figure out they've been here years.
Yeah, I'm not talking about running through our society, just weeding them out and sending them back. I'm not saying that.
And that's all I mean. Like there's people that were integrated into society that have been here that really just got caught in the crossfire.
But
are you
integrated? Are you integrated if you can go get your papers?
I mean, integrated enough to have kids in school.
That's just like me saying, man,
but
I got a car. I'm gonna drive my car. I don't have a license, but I'm still driving.
And it makes
I'm gonna go to jail if I get caught.
It makes it right because you've been doing it for so long.
Oh, it's not right. It's just being that. I mean, it's been what 10 years. There's stories about people that have been here for like so long. It's just like they don't know there's no other home to send them back to. So pretty much they're a stranger to where they're supposed to go back to.
I've been selling drugs so long, man. They should now. I've been doing this so long. Like, well, I gotta stop now. It's against the law.
But that's what felonies do. Even if you wanted to stop, once you did it once, you can't really do a whole bunch outside.
But my point is,
I know what you're getting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just because you were doing it for a minute doesn't mean it was right.
If you gotta stop, you gotta stop.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, stop at what cost? What's the cost of stopping? Just pack them all up and just send them right across to a border they've never been to, or give them a situation where you can work your way through it and still be where you're at. I think you can do that and still send the people back that don't want to cooperate. Because if you don't want to cooperate, all right, it is what it is. I'm not saying everybody will cooperate.
If you have,
give them a chance though.
If you've been here a decade and you haven't cooperated yet, then chances are that you have no interest in cooperating.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's going to get away with what they want to get, what they want to get away with, until somebody puts some pressure.
But I think it's
most of the time it takes somebody having to find it out. When you're going to be like, all right.
And then as soon as they find out you're doing it, you get back. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't know.
Like if I'm
sometimes.
selling,
I just want to know what should be the proper bagging. I should say like set them straight across the border or give them a chance to kind of work well.
If you are here and you are undocumented and ICE catches you, then you go back to your country.
No matter what, no matter how long you've been here, no matter
but
who
you're
you are,
undocumented.
No matter what. As a matter of fact, as the longer you've been here, the worse it should be because you've had years to get your shit right.
I hear where you're going with it, but isn't there a thing where if you have a kid in the United States,
the kid can stay.
Is a citizen.
The kid is a citizen.
So when the parent goes back, but the kid can stay, and they don't have any other family, so where's that kid go?
Then take the kid with you.
So the kid's going since we're back in the same thing that I'm saying. It's
because
affecting
what
people
happens is people come over here when they're pregnant. Have the kid.
They do it on purpose.
Have the kid and then say, "Oh, you going to send me back? I got a kid."
You know what they call them, right? You know what they call those kids?
Anchor babies.
Yeah, anchor babies. Yeah, that's what they call them.
I didn't know that was a word.
Yeah, that's the term for them, anchor babies.
Well, hearing it now, I would assume it's a word. I mean, hearing it like that, I would assume people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to do that just to now I gotta stay." So I feel you on that. So it's just cutthroat. So I'm okay with it. I'm one of the people that'll let the chips fall where they may. I'm like, okay, cool. That's how it's gonna be. Tough love, hard love. I want my reparations. I don't care what nobody got to say. And if ICE is if somebody's ready to pull somebody from college, they ready to pull somebody out of their house, the kid coming with them. They don't care if their kid going to foster care. If they willing to go through all of this. You pulling people from Africa because they all white because you think you calling a rep. I want my fucking reparations, bro. We built this whole shit, and we built Europe before when they were sleeping with their cattle, not knowing why they were sick.
Bro,
you know they ain't giving no ultimatums, bro.
I'm just saying, like, if everybody's that real about that, then why ain't everybody that gung ho about reparations to the point where it's just like, oh yeah, we done worked 400 years for free. They'll put me in jail for not paying taxes for 10 years, but they ain't nobody talk about the 400 years that they put on somebody back. I don't get the correlation. Like, where's the difference? Somebody put somebody in the middle.
I agree with the reparations thing, but
it's just a serious.
I just think that
anyway,
if we get reparations, the same thing will happen when we all got the stimulus.
That doesn't necessarily mean money for me. I just mean something that
it would have to be maybe property or something, because it couldn't
property
be money.
And land sound.
Because it couldn't be money.
Access to business loans that we would normally get denied.
You see what happens to prices when everybody gets.
Oh yeah, I'm
money.
not saying
prices go through the roof.
Yeah.
So if you're going to, I agree with you 100% that we should get reparations. Hell yeah. I mean, everybody.
I think they're on the same playing field.
Everybody else gets reparations.
They've
Jewish
already
got reparations for the Holocaust. Matter of fact, when we go to war with a
I just
country,
found that out. You know that. I didn't even learn that in school.
When we go to war with a country, when we finish, if we win the war, we still spend billions of dollars rebuilding that country. So if they help all these people out who got done dirty, why not us? You know?
I'm just like, why not? I think one of who was trying to do that. What was his name? Was Gaddafi trying to do that? Trying to give money to the African Americans, and then America said nah, and he just wanted to donate it, because they didn't want to be indebted to him or thought it was going to come to some strings. The U.S. tried to shut it down, so somebody already tried to do that.
And you see what happened?
They act like we don't know that. We know that. We know that.
Gaddafi.
And I'm like, people not reading between the lines, because it's like, if certain people, like, if we going, and I'm all about transparency, and we're all about balance, right? So if that is how it is, I'm all for it. Yeah, if you was doing dirt, it don't matter how long you was doing it. You gonna, you know what I'm saying, you gotta meet your maker eventually. So yeah, you might have to go back across the border with your kids, with your cousins, crying, kicking and screaming, because y'all knew better. Y'all should have got it right before they came knocking on your door. So I'm all for that. So where the hell are the reparations from the wrongs that were actually done? And the reparations is just for the building of the nation. There's no money on the rape. There's no money on the genocide and the picnics where they was hanging and taking pictures in front of, our people. So all of that and having to watch our family members be violated. Like, there's no dollar amount that can equate to that. And all of the people that died and all the misnaming. So everybody wants to, and they don't even want to teach that. Now they trying to take it out of the schools. They want to do all of that, but they want them to go back. I'm like, what? Make America great again. When was it ever great for black people? Is what I want to know. And that's his whole slogan. And anybody that's why I don't like to talk about him, because it's like, just from that slogan alone, when was it ever great? That implies you want to bring it back to a time where it was worse.
Reconstruction, it had the potential to be great, and it was starting to be great, but they shut that shit right down.
I just want to know when it was great. Period.
Reconstruction.
Reconstruction was great.
Around those years, a few years of Reconstruction.
Reconstruction. When was these years?
This was back after when slavery was over. It was a little bit of time when we were getting an honest chance.
You right.
We were getting an honest chance.
You mean right before they started burning our fucking shit down?
Right before Jim.
That never got quite right after
Reconstruction. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but that's not the part that they're talking about.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but that's a time
Donald
where
Trump
it was
is
great.
Definitely not talking about the time where black people were actually picking ourselves up by our own bootstraps. Remember that one?
He's talking about like directly prior to like 67, like that. Right before Lyndon B. Johnson made the got the civil rights. That's who got that sign. Lyndon B. Johnson.
I'm not even sure.
Civil Rights Act sign.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
All I know is I know what he meant by that hat. I know what he meant, and he's not gonna get that one by. That's why I look at him. I do this.
He definitely wasn't talking about Reconstruction.
Hey yo,
make it great again,
fellas.
It's the balance, man.
We just made it great. We just made it great for over an hour.
We made it great again.
You know what I'm saying?
We made it amazing.
Hope we brought y'all some balance.
You know what I mean?
Brought y'all something. Or other. Yeah, man. Feel how I feel. It's all good.